Hey, how's it going? Derrick.Benn here. Thank you so much for dropping back by. Today, I want to talk to you about mistakes that you need to avoid when you're going through the home buying process. You want to make sure that you avoid making these mistakes. So make sure you stay tuned and we'll go ahead and jump right into it. All right, welcome back. I am Derrick.Benn, real estate agent here in the Pacific Northwest, selling Tacoma, Washington, and the surrounding area. I work with buyers, sellers, investors. I also work with those who are looking for lease with the option to purchase, and I do work with those who are looking for rentals. Let's go ahead and jump into what we're going to be talking about today. There'll be multiple videos and tips on this. They'll be numbered accordingly as we move forward, sharing these tips on mistakes that you should avoid. So when you're going through the home buying process, you want to make sure that you avoid missing any payments, all right? Especially when they're payments like your car payment, your credit card, anything like that, because missing those payments can cause your credit score to decrease. Just having a derogatory remark on your credit file or your credit report will cause an underwriter to make a tough decision, right? They can really just come to the conclusion that you are no longer credit worthy or responsible enough to be able to take out a home loan. You want to make sure that you're making all of your payments on time, early if possible, but you definitely want to avoid any missed or late payments. The other thing that you want to avoid, which is a common mistake, I'm not sure why, because it's one of the things that us as real estate agents and loan officers express a lot throughout the transaction, is to leave your credit alone, meaning you don't want to take out any new lines of credit, and you definitely don't want to max out your credit card. If you take out any new lines of credit, once again, that can affect your credit score. If you max out your credit card, then that can affect your debt to income ratio. Sometimes you'll need that secured credit card to help improve your credit score. For the most part, as I often share, no zero down on furniture, no zero down on appliances, none of those things. You want to leave everything alone until you get the keys in hand. I had a guy that I've been working with, and it was a good thing that he was an active listener and that he reached out to the lender, reached out to myself to double, triple, quadruple check. He was actually getting ready to rent out a container to store his things in, but he was going to take out a loan or use some in-house financing. He was quickly alerted to not go that route, so he ended up going another route so he can have that arranged. The slightest things like that can affect your credit. So that's a mistake that you want to avoid. Another thing that you want to avoid is quitting your job, right? It seems like that would be common sense, right? You want to keep your job as long as possible, but I understand, some of the reasoning behind it, right? You may have enough funds set up, the spouse may be able to carry everything, and you guys have that agreement. You're going to spend more time at home doing things around the house and looking over the household. It could even be a case where you have factored everything out to where you'll be able to cut back. You'll be able to reduce hours at work and still be able to stay afloat, but you don't want to change anything with your work hours. You want to keep everything the same as much as possible. So no quitting your job, all right? No reducing your hours until after you move in the home, okay? Now, if you got everything situated to where that's going to work out for you later on, that is certainly up to you. Another thing, while we're talking about jobs, you want to avoid switching careers. You can switch to another company within the same career, but I would advise you to not even go that route, because even that could cause a delay, or it could really raise the eyebrows of the underwriter and have them questioning, why are you moving to another company in the middle of a home purchase? essentially you want to keep everything as is. Now, if you get an increase in hours, that's great, but you want to avoid quitting your job. You want to avoid reducing your hours, avoid jumping to another job or another company, and especially avoid switching careers. If you switch your career, then you're more than likely to not be able to qualify, at least for a moment. Another thing that you want to be mindful of is you don't want to co-sign for any type of credit while going through this home buying process. I had a buyer that I was working with, and he was approved conditionally. He ended up not having that vehicle that he co-signed on. He ended up not having it removed from his name. We got all the way up to closing, and he was still on the vehicle as one that co-signed. That caused him to not be able to close on the home. So these are, it sound like small things in some people's minds, but these are common mistakes that home buyers make as they're going through the home buying process. You don't even want to go out and purchase a vehicle all cash, because sometimes they may pull your credit. So you really just want to hold off unless it's a private purchase and it has nothing to do with a car lot. That's something different. You don't want to do any refinances. I mean, to keep it real simple, you want to keep everything as is so that you can continue to move forward in closing on the home that you are in the process of purchasing. These are the mistakes that you want to avoid as you go through the home buying process. Number one, I'll be coming back with more tips and more mistakes you want to avoid making as you go through the home buying process. Before you go, do me a favor, go ahead and hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button so that every time that I drop a video, you'll be alerted. Of course, as you all know, this helps with getting me up there in the algorithm, and it pushes my videos up in the ranking. So go ahead, hit the like button, hit the subscribe. If you got any questions, go ahead and comment in the comment section. And you do have all of my contact information. Listen, this is Derrick.Benn, real estate agent here in Tacoma, Washington. I'm so glad that you dropped by. I'll see you in the next video.